What would you say is the hardest part of your job?
Well, my job's a global role. It's a global role, so I think the hardest part, generally and also right now, is really just how different things are around the globe. So we can talk about that in terms of the current pandemic environment, of course. Things change on a day-to-day basis here in Australia and in different states in Australia, let alone everywhere else on the planet. But I think generally that's the hardest part. It's saying, well, we've got some approaches that we know are going to be really useful in terms of employee experience, in terms of performance, in terms of belonging, all of those sorts of things. But making sure that they are right in different parts of the planet is probably the hardest thing. And that's hard partly because in a global role, you can't be everywhere and you can't know in detail everything that's going on. But I think things like insights really help us with that. They give us that, they color that picture, if you like. So what we're doing in one part of the world in the Philippines might look very different to what we're doing in Abu Dhabi to Chile to Montreal to wherever it is. But it's understanding what we can understand to be able to roll things out.
Thank you. And my last question, what do you think is the major causes of disengagement of people within your industry? And not necessarily talking about GHD now, but just talking generally about a professional services firm like yours.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Look, in professional services, it's really about the work, right? The meaningfulness of the work. That's what people are there for. I think we've done some really interesting partnering work recently with a Centre for Population Aging Research, where we're looking at age diversity.
Yep.
And so particularly looking at mature age workers and what we see there. And one of the models of age diversity looks at things like job design and says, well, have you got your job design right? And they look at the meaningfulness of work. And we tend to tick that box pretty well in professional services because the work tends to be meaningful. People are always wanting to work on really good projects, on things that matter, on things that impact the communities around them. So I think we're in a really lucky space in that is the case. But we do have to watch it. We have to watch that's the work itself is really meaningful, but then the way that people are managed, and again, that the people are thought of as humans, is really important. That as soon as we treat people in different ways to that, then it would be no surprise that people would get disengaged. Yeah.
Elliot, thank you very much for answering my questions today, and appreciate your insights into the world of GHD.
Yeah, pleasure, Gareth. Yeah, great to chat.